Hey guys, so I have this question here that we're going to solve. Okay, so it says find an equation of the sphere that passes through points 1, 8, 5, and has a center of 3, 1, and -3. All right, cool. So you're seeing this and maybe it's kind of like intimidating. Maybe we don't know what's going on. Okay, so it says find an equation. So right here, it says equation right here. Right, so that means we're going to basically have like an expression or like a math problem, basically. We're not going to have like a number. It's not going to be like 7 or 22. It's going to be like a bunch of alphabets and a bunch of numbers. So there's going to be like variables, which are alphabets, and like numbers, which are like constants or even like maybe coefficients or something. Well, this one's just going to be a constant, which is like a naked number hanging out by itself. And it's going to be an equation of the sphere, right? So we know from the jump it's going to be a sphere. We're messing with spheres. We're messing with circles that are 3D. And it's telling us that it's passing through the point 1, 8, 5 and has a center of 3, 1, -3. So this is in the center. This is outside of the center. There's actually a template we follow. So let me write that down for us. It's going to look like this. And it looks random, but we're going to break it down. HK plus Z minus L squared. These are parentheses. R. Right? So let me go and erase this little bit right here. So with points, it's going to be X, Y, Z like it's always been in like all the stuff you've done in the past. With center, it's going to be H, K, and L. All we're doing is we're going to plug these in. That's it. We're just doing a plugging in method. So when I plug everything in, what do I get for R? Well, we don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. So once I plug everything in for X, H, Y, K, Z, and L, it's going to help me get closer to R. It's going to help me identify R. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have 1. Okay, let's go ahead and do all of the points first. And then we'll do the center numbers second. That way we can kind of feel a little bit more organized. So I have 1, and then I have that 8, and then I have that 5, right? Those are all the points. Now I'm going to go do the center numbers, which is 3, 1, and I have -3. Okay, sweet. Cool. So here's the thing. I need the radius, right? This is radius. It's the distance between center and the point, right? I'm looking for the distance. Distance. Guess what formula I'm going to use for that? I'm going to use the distance formula. What does that look like? Well, it's going to be this thing. It's going to be this whole thing we just did. That's all. That's all we're doing. Except I'm going to put a square root. Right? So here is, right here, this is the equation of the sphere. This is the distance setup that we're doing, right, for R. So let's take a little algebra trip here. Okay, so I have -1. No, I have +1, -3, right? That gives me -2 squared. 8 minus 1 gives me a 7. And then I have 8, it's going to be +3, right? Because we have 2 negatives, it becomes plus. And that gives me, did I say 8? I meant to say 5. I don't know why I do stuff like that. Okay, I had the answer in my head. It's 5 minus -3, which is 5 plus 3, which is 8. Okay, cool. Right? And then we got that little R. It's going to give us R. Let's go ahead and distribute that little baby 2 in there, right? Anytime you have a negative, it's going to turn into a positive right here. When we have an nth degree of 2, which is 4, the 7 becomes a 49. The 8 becomes a 64. 64. Right? All of this, these three numbers combined, is 117. Let's see if we can break it down further. I have 3 and 39, but we can't do anything with that. What about 9 and 13? We do 9 and 13 because we can do square roots of that. So if I did square root of 9 and square root of 13, my 9 becomes a 3 and my 13 remains underneath the radical symbol, right? This is r. This is r. This is radius. So what's my final answer? Because it's saying find an equation of the sphere. I'm going to use this template I'm circling. I'm going to move it down here and I'm going to replace r. But I just need the center and I just need r. What would that look like? Or it's going to look like x square plus y. I feel like I should leave bigger gaps. Here, let's do this again. Square plus y plus z. This is a cursive z. That's what a z looks like in cursive if you're curious. Equals r. And so what would I get? I get 3. I get a 1. And then here I'm going to do a positive 3. I'm going to do a positive 3. And what's my r? My r is going to get replaced with 3 square root of 13. This whole thing is my final answer. This entire long expression, equation, math problem looking thing. Because it's asking me to find the equation of the sphere. The equation, right? So this is what I would set up for equation of sphere. This is the final answer. Okay, I hope this video helped. Thanks, guys.